11, local first.
High school graduation is fast approaching, and some high-paying jobs are looking for a new workforce. I'm John Buffone, and tonight I'll tell you what they are.
Plus, a second man is charged in connection to the shooting death of Aaron Woolman from Denver. But we begin tonight with a large drug bust in East Cocalico. Good evening, I'm Taylor Tosheff. $50,000, that's how much heroin investigators say they found in a car traveling back to Lancaster County from New Jersey. News 11's Brendan Leslie has the full story.
Not uncommon for sort of someone higher up in the drug chain to have runners go out and pick up the drugs for them and bring them back, and that's what we had here.
The Lancaster County Drug Task Force has prevented $50,000 worth of heroin laced with fentanyl from hitting the streets. Investigators say on April 30th, 21-year-old Xiomara Figueroa and 19-year-old Kiomara Figueroa were arrested at the Denver exit on Route 222 in East Cocalico. They were transporting the 500 branded bundles of drugs from New Jersey.
I don't think we've ever found this many packaged bundles all in one seizure before, so that was very sort of sophisticated to say.
Detectives determined the Figueroa sisters were bringing the drugs to 26-year-old Antonio Rivera, who conspired to sell it with his girlfriend, 29-year-old Haiti Gomez. Those two were arrested at their Landisville home on May 3rd. All four suspects are being charged with felony drug dealing and conspiracy.
Fentanyl is in easily more than half of our drug task force investigations, and fentanyl is, to be frank, is what is killing the users in the county. So to get 5,000 baggies, who knows, that could have gone to hundreds of people in this county.
DA spokesperson Brett Hambright says operations like this wouldn't be possible without the great teamwork between East Cocalico, East Hempfield Township Police Departments, and the Drug Task Force.
We credit the police departments across the county with working with that drug task force, and without their cooperation, we wouldn't have arrests like this, we really wouldn't.
Reporting in East Cocalico, Brendan Leslie, News 11.
All four suspects are currently being held at the Lancaster County Prison on $500,000 bail. A second man is charged in connection to the April 16th shooting death of Aaron Woolman from Denver. Police charged 56-year-old Michael Galvin of York County with criminal homicide and criminal conspiracy aiding in homicide. Woolman was found dead with 7 gunshot wounds, including one to the head, along Lower Chanceford Township Road. Police arrested 32-year-old Leland Wade in connection to the crime shortly after and told police it was Galvin that shot Woolman after a series of interviews. According to the affidavit, Galvin and Wade acted in retaliation after hearing Woolman had sexually assaulted several of their female acquaintances. The two tricked Woolman into coming along for a ride to buy drugs. They got out of the car along Bear and Furnace Road when Galvin shot him until his firearm was empty. Galvin is currently in Lancaster County Prison. Akron Borough Police arrested 50-year-old Benjamin Gusenhauser Jr. of Ephrata and charged him with 1 count of drug delivery resulting in death and 1 count of criminal use of communication in the commission of felony. Police say Gusenhauer gave a deadly batch of fentanyl to 26-year-old Tyler Oravec of Akron on April 2nd and overdosed. Oravec died on April 7th. Gusenhauer was arraigned and committed to Lancaster County Prison on $750,000 bail. Caught on camera, Ephrata police are looking for a woman who allegedly stole electronic equipment from Walmart earlier today. Officials are asking for your help in identifying the woman. Anyone with information is asked to contact Officer Martin at the Ephrata Police Department. Ephrata police arrested a man and woman after investigating a retail theft that happened around 11 a.m. yesterday in Ephrata Borough. The owner of a retail business on the first block of New Street reported people in the store attempting to conceal items. When police arrived, they noticed the suspects leaving the store with items they didn't pay for. 29-year-old Scott Stubb and 24-year-old Miranda Catchell were arrested for retail theft. Catchell was released while Stubb will be expected in front of a local magistrate for the charge. His arrest also led police to the discovery of an outstanding warrant with the Lancaster County Sheriff's Department. Fire crews battled a 2-alarm fire at Dutch Transport on Orland Road in New Holland today. Garden Spot Fire Chief Daryl Kaiser believes it started in the mechanical shop. The fire broke out around noon in the part of the facility where mechanics were cutting. Chief Kaiser says there's a chance something went wrong in the process and sparked the blaze. Everyone made it out safely and the fire was contained around 2 p.m. 2 firefighters were treated for heat exhaustion. A hazmat team was deployed for oil runoff. The cause has not yet been determined. Well, another perfect spring day in the books, and it looks like the temps will stick around the rest of the week. Dave Allen has our first look at the forecast.
First Look Weather is brought to you by The Wagon at Weaver Markets. Check out weavermarkets.com for this week's menu.
That's right, Taylor. We have another spectacular day to talk about tomorrow with temperatures in the mid-70s. But hey, we have a spectacular night to talk about as well. If you look out towards the south and east, Jupiter is rising tonight, and it's the closest it will ever be this year to our planet. So get your telescopes out. I'll have the complete forecast, including an unsettled weekend. Yeah, I'll have the details coming up in just a few. Taylor.
Sounds interesting. All right, well, Graduation Day is fast approaching for high school students, and recent studies say that there are a number of high-paying careers desperate for workers. We now turn to News 11's John Buffone, who joins us live in the studio with more. John?
Taylor, in about a month, a large number of graduates will still be unsure of what their future holds. And school and state officials are suggesting that there is a way to save money on education while making an above-average starting salary.
All the reports we're getting from the industry and have been getting for the last couple of years are that the training for skilled labor, those jobs are wide open.
With a new batch of high school graduates about to enter the real world, a large number are gearing up for a traditional four-year college experience. But more and more of those students are finding themselves buried in debt and unable to find a job in their selected fields.
Schools have been guilty of sort of getting students, and using that term specifically, getting them over the line, getting them into college, and then the students are falling flat on their face.
With the economic shift nationally and locally, Pennsylvania finds itself with a deficit of skilled workers in hands-on trade positions.
It's pretty clear in Pennsylvania that there exists a real gap between the graduates that we're producing at our institutions of higher education and the jobs that really exist in the Commonwealth.
Both Senator Ryan Ahmed and Elanco Superintendent Dr. Bob Hollister agree that it's necessary to expose younger students to the workforce in order to fight the stigma of trade school degrees.
Students should be exposed to that, I would argue, as early as elementary school, just to understand what their career options are.
Really, we start looking at some of that as early as elementary school to try and prod kids and parents, because a part of this mission that we've got to complete is informing parents and educating parents, because parents have now bought into the college for everyone, when in fact there are some great options.
Now, Senator Ahmed added that he would be in favor of an online database that helps students and parents map out a debt-to-salary ratio when looking for potential schools and career paths. Reporting live in studio, I'm John Buffone. Taylor, back to you.
All right, thanks, John. We'll stay tuned in the Evening Report. More local news is coming up after the break. Our very own Shannon Murphy graduated the PA State Police Citizens Academy, plus which local country market is celebrating a big milestone. And later in sports, the playoffs have begun. Brian Cass has highlights from Lancaster Lebanon League boys and girls lacrosse. It's that time of year again as graduates throw up their caps in celebration, but now Millersville University has something to celebrate this upcoming graduation ceremony. Millersville University will award its first doctoral degrees this spring commencement ceremony to 10 students. Millersville University president launched 3 professional doctoral programs: social work, nursing practice, and education. The doctoral programs are an important part of the university's strategic plan to add another option for students to advance their careers. Congratulations to the class of 2018. Now, you may have noticed our Shannon Murphy has been absent over the last several weeks every Tuesday night. She has been busy at the Pennsylvania State Police Citizens Academy. Shannon, along with 11 of her classmates, graduated from the academy tonight. The program is aimed to expand knowledge and understanding of the law and explore police procedures from the perspective of the state police. Lessons were taught on the bomb squad, polygraph tests, the mounted unit, K-9 unit, fire marshals, forensic unit, crash reconstruction, CERT team, and even highway patrol.
Each different segments of the police department of Pennsylvania State Police are shown upon so they can learn a little bit about what we do.
Yeah, I'm actually was looking and I'm still actively looking at becoming a state trooper for myself, so I wanted to kind of get involved and see firsthand exactly what they do. You learn and hear about it all over the place, but actually having the one-on-one interaction here behind kind of closed doors is what made me jump out to it, and I'm so glad I did.
The Citizens Academy is a 20-hour course broken down into 10 weeks. All troops across the state offer the class. You can check the state police's Facebook page for more details. Today, teachers across the nation are being celebrated during Teacher Appreciation Day. To express their gratitude for the teachers that work throughout Lancaster County, Courtyard Cafe offered a free large house-brewed coffee to all teachers that stopped in for a quick pick-me-up. Courtyard Cafe says they serve a lot of regulars that are teachers in the local school districts and thought a cup of coffee was a great way to show their support and appreciation.
They're always nice when they come in. As a former student of the schools that they teach at, it's always been cool to see them come in and kind of interact in a different way and then be able to give them back something that they were giving me when I was in school.
Courtyard Cafe said they had a number of teachers stop in throughout the day. Roots Country Market and Auction celebrated their 93rd anniversary today. The Roots family has been the owners and operators for 5 generations, along with many of the stand holders continuing the success of their parents and grandparents. From fresh local produce to grocery shopping and antiquing, Roots has satisfied any shopper and bargain hunter for the past 93 years. To thank their customers, over 200 gift certificates were given out throughout the day, along with anniversary specials.
Our 93rd anniversary is today on May 8th. It's also my grandmother's 108th birthday. If she would be here, it was her father that started the market in 1925. So we're celebrating 93 years of being in the community, of offering traditional shopping and a special gathering place for the local public.
This Saturday, Roots Market will host their 13th annual car show. All proceeds will benefit the Clare House of Lancaster. Well, Dave Allen will be back after the break with his complete weather forecast, plus a meaningful first pitch at the Lancaster Barnstormers game tonight. But first, here's tonight's winning lottery numbers.
News 11 weather, local first.
It was a great day today. We have a gorgeous night, and let's check out this weather shot. Let's get right into it. We were off of Studio Drive in Lidditz, and beautiful day, beautiful evening out there. If you all get a chance to go outside, you'll notice Venus shining brightly out in the west, setting. Jupiter is rising out in the east, and it will be one of the brightest objects in the sky. So get your telescopes out. It's going to be a spectacular night, and we do have a spectacular day with plenty of sunshine to go around for everyone. Let's look at the temperatures across the nation. Where the sun has set, we are in the 60s across the eastern seaboard. Myrtle Beach 67. Tampa still in the 80s, and as we head further west, we are in the 80s. Phoenix 103. Mostly clear right now in downtown Effort at 65. Winds south-southeast at 5 miles per hour. Humidity 62%, at dew point not too bad at 52 degrees. Across the area, Reading, we're still at 70, but as we head further south and west, we are down into the 60s, and these temperatures will continue to drop as we head through the evening. We're looking at getting down into the low 50s tonight, so it'll be nice and cool. Get those windows open. And we did have some showers forming out to the west, but as anticipated, they fizzled out with the loss of daytime heating. Now, as we head through the day tomorrow, we may see a little bit of an uptick, maybe some clouds in the afternoon, perhaps a shower, but that's about it. We're dealing with high pressure, and that's highly unlikely. But like we saw just to our west, it could happen. Now, as we head through the rest of the week, we're watching this low pressure that will be tracking across New York. And yes, you guessed it. Once we get into Thursday, we will have some thunderstorms to deal with, and by the weekend, definitely some unsettled weather. Now you can see these clouds here that formed and then dissipated with the daytime heating. We're going to see this same situation perhaps tomorrow, and then we'll be watching things going downhill for a little bit. Now, once we get into tomorrow with Lidditz, we're looking at sunny skies to start, 50 degrees, and once we get into the afternoon hours, getting up into the mid-70s, so it's going to be a pleasant, beautiful day with some afternoon clouds. And by later in the week, this is the problem. This jet stream is too close for comfort. I'd much rather see this all the way up in Canada, maybe in Maine. But if it's bordering northeast Pennsylvania, you know there's going to be problems for the entire state. So we are watching that. That's going to be bringing in some showers and some thunderstorms perhaps on Saturday. We're looking at a very warm and muggy day perhaps on Saturday. And then on Mother's Day, things could be on the cool side. So our extended forecast tomorrow, upper 70s. Thursday, We do have that chance of thunderstorms. We cool down for Friday. And here's the rest of the week. This gets very, very interesting. Saturday is going to feel like a very warm summer day. 83 is not impressive, but I have a feeling the heat index will be with the humidity. And once that front sags southward, and some models actually have it south of the Mason-Dixon line, we could be on the cool, cloudy side of things for Mother's Day, and then back to sunshine again for the beginning of next week. We have plenty of time to talk about Mother's Day weekend, but right now, plan on some unsettled conditions. Taylor.
All right, sounds good. Well, it's not uncommon for the Lancaster Barnstormers to hold a ceremonial first pitch, but tonight was truly special. Gina Marie Natoli, an employee at Vision Corps and Legally Blind, threw out the first pitch before the Barnstormers took the Sugar Land Skeeters. Gina is a beep baseball player, which is a modified game where the ball and bases beep, something Gina encourages those with vision impairments to consider.
I would love them to come out, to have opportunity, just to actually come out and just try if you ever played before. Even if you haven't played baseball before, we would love to have you come out and just to be on the field and just have fun. It's a lot of fun.
Natoli is the reigning defensive MVP of the Women's National Beep Baseball Association. Well, that's good.
Sweet.
Yeah, that was a nice pitch, too.
That's more difficult than you hear a sound and you got to catch the ball.
I know, right?
Great
and you
stuff.
guys have a really busy night of sports.
We were pretty busy, Taylor. So much going on. Still some baseball and softball to finish up before the league playoffs begin this weekend. But speaking of the postseason, some LL lacrosse semifinals to get to. It's not February as well, but there were some signing day festivities today. Garden Spot High School honoring 11 athletes that will play at the next level. All that and more coming up next in sports. It is playoff time. LL lacrosse teams hitting the turf tonight in both boys and girls semifinals. We start with the Warwick Warriors, matched up with Hempfield, and these two teams played on April 25th. Warwick had the lead late in the game, but the Black Knights stormed back to win 20-12. So what would be the storyline in this game just about 2 weeks later? Well, Hempfield picking up where they left off, storming out to a 5-goal lead here thanks to Cam Axu on that shot. He had 5 total goals in the game. Warwick does stop the bleeding. Carter Davis finding Luke Herzl, has some space, finally beats the Black Knight goalie. Warwick's on the board, still down 4 goals. Late in the second quarter, right before the half, nice cut here from Connor Adams, nice feed from Corey Snyder. He puts it away. Warriors, though, still trail. So to the second half we go. No quit in Warwick. Adams again. Check this out. The turf is his friend. He bounces it in, upper 90. Warriors inching closer. Herzl also striking again in the third quarter. A lot of power behind that shot. Made it 10-7, but that's as close as Warwick would come. Hempfield moving on with a 15-8 win. They will play Manheim Township for the 2018 LL title. On to the girls semi between the Cocalico Lady Eagles and Manheim Township. Elena Trinoski in front of goal for Cocalico, the youngster doing well in the face of the Blue Streak onslaught, making some nice saves, 9 in the first half alone. Cocalico finally gets on the board. Hannah Custer over to Sydney Costanza. Sydney then scores again later in the half. Great feed from Claire Everly. Made it an 8-2 game. But as always, Township just has too many weapons. The Blue Streaks win 19-8. They will face Lancaster Country Day on Thursday for the title. On to LL baseball, huge Section 1 game. Warwick hosting Section 1 champion Cedar Crest. But had the Warriors not lost to McCaskey yesterday, there would have been section title implications for this game. But as it stands, the Warriors need to just win it to book an LL playoff spot. A loss, and Hempfield would earn runner-up status in Section 1 instead. So the Warriors send Dagan Young to the mound. He leads the team in wins and strikeouts, gets the whiff in the first inning to end the frame. He just baffled Cedar Crest today. Second inning, Warwick's Jeff Klein with an RBI chance. A seeing eye single rolled in through the infield. Brendan Martin, come on home. First run of the game puts Warwick in front. Falcons do respond finally in the third inning. Nate Cavich with the old Baltimore chop finding its way to the outfield. Nate Trovinger is in to tie the game at 1. Bottom of the inning, bases full of Warriors for Josh Farina here. 1 out, and it's a deep fly ball. Will be caught
Justin Byler going to tag. Falcons do nail the runner at third, but the Warriors take the lead. They hold on to win it 7-3. Warwick clinches a playoff spot. More on that in just a second, because one other score to report. Manheim Central Barons take care of Lancaster Mennonite 11-0 today. The win clinches the Section 3 title for Manheim, and they will now play Warwick in the LL Baseball quarterfinals. That game scheduled for this Saturday, May 12th, 4 o'clock p.m. at War Memorial Field in Ephrata, part of Saturday's quadruple header. Should be fun. Some softball as well this afternoon. Manheim Central at Conestoga Valley. Barons got a win last night, looking locked in less than 24 hours later. Reagan Rohr singles home Jordan Walter. It's 2-0. Then her sister Maddie, she tossed a one-hitter last night, but CV's Kaylin Chardulo gets hold of that. Carla Santiago Munoz is in. It's a one-run game. Barron Bats, though, continuing to produce. Rachel Van Blargen, big drive over the head of center fielder Jackie McBride. Drives in 2 more Barron runs. McBride does later make a fantastic play in center field. Sliding catch here and a potential top 5 play nominee, but the Lady Barons do go on to win 8-2. And finally, it is not February, but we've still got some signing day coverage for you. Garden Spot High School always delays their ceremony towards the tail end of the school year, honoring any athlete regardless if they're playing Division 1, 2, or 3. 11 total Spartans in the spotlight this afternoon. 2 football stars heading to Grove City College, quarterback Cameron Roth and linebacker Austin Warner. Basketball all-star Jordan Schubridge staying local at Lancaster Bible College. Aaron Deal off to Moorhead State for rifle, while Connor Finke taking his talents on the wrestling mat to Millersville University. On to the soccer players. Angela Strock committing to Lebanon Valley College, and then 2 fellas both heading to the PSAC. Kyle Wilworth to Shippensburg and Matthew Good to Westchester. And of course, cannot forget about volleyball. Spartans always have a lot of talent there. Carter Eby will play at North Greenville University. Megan Gear attending Bloomsburg University, and Samantha Martin off to DeSales University. They are all just excited to get started.
I feel like I would be a good fit for there, and the basketball team is really good, and the criminal justice program is really good because the academics, of course, have to come first, but that's why I chose it, and I'm really excited to see what it lies ahead. They're really fast-paced like Garden Spot was, so I'm excited to run and gun just like Garden Spot.
So their volleyball team's amazing. Their coach reached out to me my junior year, so I've been talking to her for a while. We've made a great rapport there, and I met the team and I loved them all, so it just seemed like a really good fit.
It's been awesome wrestling here at Garden Spot. I mean, my brother wrestled here, me, my younger brother's in the program, so we're just kind of leaving the Finke legacy, wrestling at the college level. I just can't wait for that.
I think being a Spartan taught me the right things to do on and off the field. We hire great coaches here, and they really teach us how to be men before athletes. So I think doing that really helped me be the athlete that I am today.
Mark your calendars. This year's National Night Out is scheduled for Tuesday, August 7th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Target on Lidditz Pike. Interested vendors can fill out a vendor registration form from Northern Lancaster County Regional Police Department by July 1st. The night will be filled with free food, prizes, and entertainment that's fun for all ages.
Food and prizes.
I'm in. You just got to say that and we're in, right?
Yeah, free food. If anybody ever wants us to show up anywhere, free food,
food,
and we magically appear.
That'll do it for us. I'm Taylor Tosheff.
I'm Frank Guest. Have a great night.